Hey everyone, it's Ilham, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a guide on how to install Niri Window Manager with Dank Material Shell and the required dependencies. I will be basing this video on a fresh Arch Linux installation, and yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, sudo pacman-syu, and you should be following your specific distributions required install steps for Dank Material Shell. I will leave the website linked in the description down below. If I'm gonna show you needed Niri dms-shell-niri xorg-xwayland alacritty matugen cava qt6 multimedia ffmpeg. I may as well install VLC Firefox because we need a web browser. I'll also install xdg-desktop-portal-gnome and xdg-desktop-portal-gtk. And since I'm on an Intel system, I'll be installing the Intel, Intel drivers. 36 video Intel vulkan-intel, and yes, I'm on an Intel system because I am using my old laptop through a capture card, and it's been working fine so far. Since Wayland does act a little funky on on I'm on virtual machines. Sorry. I'll also be installing pipewire-alsa, pipewire-pulse, wireplumber, power-profiles-daemon, wtype noto-fonts-emoji, as well as network manager, which should be installed, but I'll just do it. And for this, I'll just select the default yes. And obviously, for your required video graphics card, you should install your required drivers. Like for AMD, it's different, and for Nvidia, it's different. So please do research on that before you do install the drivers. And yeah, I'll be right back as soon as installation is complete. Alrighty, the packages have finished installing, and I forgot to mention, but I'll also be installing the Bluetooth packages just so we can have Bluetooth whenever needed. So for that, I'll be sudo -s needed bluez and bluez-utils, and this shouldn't take too long. Sweet. Now, first of all, let's start pipewire systemctl --user enable pipewire.service pipewire-pulse.service and wireplumber.service. Sweet. Now let's start our Bluetooth. So for that, it'll be systemctl enable sudo systemctl enable -- now Bluetooth, and network manager is enabled, but for those it's network manager with capitalized and M. As you can see, it's already available for me. Now, if we ls config, we do not have a Niri config directory. So for that, let's create one. And make directory.config Niri, and then copy over the default one. User shared doc Niri default config.kdl to config Niri config.kdl. Sweet. And now let's generate the DMS configuration fragment stuff. DMS setup sudo Niri, obviously. My terminal is alacritty. Use systemd proceed with deployment, yes. Perfect. And now if we check the Niri directory, as you can see, there is a DMS folder. Now let's open up the Niri config Niri config.kdl, and then spawn as startup. Cool. Nice. Waybar is in fact not started. That is sweet. Now, as you can see, all these lines represent that Dank Material Shell will start up whenever Niri is launched. Perfect. Now let's check if the Niri config is valid by running Niri validate. It is valid. That's perfect. And now let's configure Dank Material Shell to start with Niri whenever we decide to, boot into it. systemctl-user and want Niri.service and DMS. So perfect. Now the DMS user service is connected with Niri's systemd service. Perfect. And yeah, at this point, the core installation is basically complete. Now, if you already use a graphical login manager, like, what do you call it? Like those fancy ones like DM or SDDM, then what you would do is log out and then select Niri from the session menu and then log back in. But since this is a fresh Arch system without a display manager, I will remain at the terminal and start Niri with just Niri-session. And as you can see, we got the default Niri bar over here. Perfect. Everything's working as accordingly. Now the very first thing I will do is, since I'm on a capture card, is I'll go over here. I managed to fix that, and I've also fixed my time as I noticed it was wrong. Alright, and as you can see, this is Dank Material Shell, and running on top of Niri. So first of all, let's go through the basic shortcuts. Super space opens up the Niri, I'm not here, I meant DMS application launcher. Super comma opens the DMS settings, so like everything like Dank bar to like wallpapers, theme color, whatnot. I'll set that to auto, so it'll basically capture the theme from like the wallpaper that you have. Obviously super T opens the terminal, super N opens the notification center, super V opens the clipboard history. And yeah, the current versions of DMS include their own clipboard manager, as you notice, so you do not need to install clients like WLPaste or cliphist. So that's really simple. Moving on to other shortcuts, it's super M to open the system process monitor, super Y to open the wallpaper browser, super Alt N to lock the session. So basically, it's just a lock menu. then super T to obviously open the terminal, as I've said. And yeah, let's open the terminal and verify our DMS install. DMS doctor. Sweet. Everything seems to be alright. I'll just ignore the font stuff. As you can see, it's working perfectly. And yeah, let's also check the DMS service on system D. This detail users status DMS. It's working fine. And to restart DMS without restarting Niri, you just run DMS restart, but I'm not going to do that right now. The inbuilt screenshot utility is DMS screenshot, or you can also use the print screen key on your keyboard, which is perfect. And yeah, let's also install file manager. So I'll just install nautilus. Superspace, files. As you can see, it's running perfectly. Superspace again. Let's open Firefox. As usual, perfect. This is where, you get to change your power menu stuff. So like right now I set it to performance, as I don't really have a battery on this laptop. And yeah, that's about it. For any updates for Niri or DMS or anything in general, you just run sudo pacman syu or your respective distributions package manager, or however you installed Niri in the first place. For me, it was Arch. For you, it could be Fedora, it could be Ubuntu, whatever. And yeah, that's basically DMS and Niri installed from Arch's official repositories. And we have a complete Niri desktop session running Dank Material Shell with the Wayland native application support, X11 compatibility, network, audio, clipboard history, notifications, basically everything you would expect out of a normal system. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, subscribe to never miss an upload, join the Discord server if you have any questions, or reach out to me in my methods of contact, which is basically LinkedIn, or my email, which is also in my portfolio website, which is which also will be linked in the description down below. And yeah, guys, if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.